I would like to welcome you to Ibtida. Ibtida, a Persian word, means a beginning, and we hope with our festival, with its range of speakers, panelists, participants, and cultural performances, will be a step towards a new kind of engagement with this world. The events that we organized this year are a National Student Seminar, a panel discussion, interactive sessions with artists and activists, along with a variety of cultural programs. The themes we have as part of Ibtida this year are violence and change, social exclusion, and aesthetics of resistance. These are broad themes, each of them meriting deep critical engagement. What they do share in common is that the questions they raise are not easily amenable to administrative design. The processes that these themes engender constantly resist our attempts to change our world, whether through policy or activism. And perhaps these difficult to pin down phenomena can be places for us to rethink our engagement with politics. It is our sincere hope that the participants at Ibtida take back fond memories of intellectual exchange. I would now like to request Dr. Parshuraman, Director of Tata Institute of Social Sciences, to address the gathering and inaugurate Ibtida 2013.
Very warm welcome to this program, and our chief guest of the day, Professor Giri, the Dean School of Development Studies, Professor Sivaraju, the chairperson of the Women's Studies program, Dr. Meena Gopal, my faculty colleagues, my dear students. It's indeed a great pleasure to be in this program, because this is the first program of the School of Development Studies. The Center of Development Studies got upgraded to the School of Development Studies as part of our 12th plan process that also brought together the Advanced Center for Women's Studies as part of it, as its integral part. So in that way, I think what started in 2006 as a Center for Development Studies with the Master's Program in Development Studies, I think we have made a significant progress with respect to addressing the fundamental challenges of development, both theoretically and empirically. This is a challenging area in the sense that how do you move away from the Western notion of development? Much of the literature and the development studies as it originated as a program to developing countries, and much of the theoretical orientation that emerged from there, and the theory and the work that emerged from there, mostly addressed to us, but by others. It is very interesting, and I think it is part of the extension of anthropology. Anthropology as a subject that was facilitating mechanism for colonization. Because you needed to study and you needed to understand the other so that you can better rule with them. Development studies, also develop within that framework in terms of now how do you civilize? How do you bring development to people who are otherwise not civilized and developed? So, and much of the development paradigm that we follow and that has been prescribed to us, extend from that particular notion of civilizing the uncivilized, actually. Now, the idea to establish a development studies program is to fundamentally rethink that notion of development and those theories of development and paradigms, and to create a context whereby there is other ways of looking at development. It's not always a linear path as the Western theories would put it. And to that extent, I think we have made progress, not very significantly, but it's going to take time. And as I look at the topic of this particular conference, social transformation, violence and exclusion, actually. Now, how do you locate the social transformation, violence and exclusion now? You can locate it in very many different ways, actually. Is it because exclusion that is being intensified by the globalization process that is resulting in intensification of violence, which then lays significant foundation for social transformation, or social transformation as a prerequisite that can alter the foundation of social and economic organization, and thereby deal with the aspects of violence. I think you can look at it both framework, actually. So Marx, it would be simply that, exclusion, violence and consolidation would be a prerequisite for transformation. Because that's how you needed to consolidate the proletarians, and violence is an integral part of that particular process. But but I think you are trying to locate it differently. So I would be very interested to understand that how this is going to be unpacked in this particular conference. And exclusion is not of one form. It's not of it's not of economic alone. It's social. It's political. And it's also global, actually. Also the ideological exclusion. When you talk about people, and you also deal with either you belong here, otherwise you don't exist, actually. So the Bush kind of exclusion is very serious, actually, and that's where probably we are headed to. If Modi were to become our prime minister, we will be faced with the small Bush's condition that you are here, where a combination of economic and religious fundamentalism can come together. I think if you are listening, are you listening to the ongoing debate within the Sangh Parivar? I think the Modi's idea of development and Sangh's framework of religion, I think they are trying to package with one individual and poised as that person as a prime minister. I think you create another Bush, that little Bush. Okay, so this is where I think you would find it's not a bad idea, actually. To some extent, we always felt that another 4 years of Bush would have fundamentally transformed the idea of development. That was the notion that another 4 years of George W. Bush, of course he wouldn't have got 4 years, someone from his own party would have fundamentally altered the idea of development itself. Okay? So broadly, we are in interesting times, and the Tata Institute of Social Sciences is in interesting times in the sense that the challenge is to look at what is development and for whom development and how development. Can development be achieved? Our inclusive process of development be achieved without violence? Can exclusion be dealt with in various forms? Is going to be important. Now, this year we have put in a challenge fund for the students. We have entered into an agreement with the Oxford University Press and said that TIS and Oxford University Press will assess the students' dissertations and publish them. Okay? And I have already put aside some 25 lakhs of rupees to facilitate the editorial support and other things. So all of you who are writing your dissertation, please do well. And make sure that some of your dissertation would get published. It's not because we are so interested in making sure publications come out, but it's because that the work which you do is very important, and we need to make it known to others, so that the idea of development can further be defined and looked upon. So with these words, I very sincerely wish this program all the best, and don't have a program for program's sake. Okay? Have an outcome out of this. Either identify some of the areas in which we will do research, both the students and the faculty will do research. Get a working paper out of this process saying that, what was debated and what are the broader ideas you were able to bring together, so that working paper becomes a pointer for your juniors to take it from here. That would be the best way to do these kind of workshops. So with those words, thank you and all the best.